Oh, that's 3 of them, guys. Pro Player Trends, Part 2. Let's go. Hey, what's up guys? Worldwide here. We have an awesome video for you today. And hey, how about that intro, by the way? Anytime I hit 3 in the bullseye, it has to be a good video, right? But yeah, that was 3 in the bullseye. That always makes my night. But what we're doing here today, we're going to take a look at pro player trends. And of course, a lot of them are using molded flight. Now, this is basically a follow-up video. If some of you that already follow my channel, if you go back, I don't know, a couple months ago, I did pro player trends. And it was them using longer points. So many professional players nowadays using longer points. If you missed that video, it's going to be down in the pinned comment. You can check it out there. But yeah, for this video, pro player trends, a lot of them are using molded flight. Matter of fact, have a look at this list here. As of the uploading of this video, September 16th, 2022, that is the top 18 professional PDC players in the world. Now, if we have a little bit closer look at that list, 5 out of the top 17 players, again, as of the uploading of this video, September 16th, 2022, they're using some sort of molded flight. Now, to put that in different perspective, a little over 29% of the top 17 players in the world are using molded flight. So I think that's an upward trend for sure. If you go back, I don't know, maybe 8 months ago, there was probably only maybe 1 or 2 people on that list, probably 2, I think. So yeah, there's definitely an increase of professional players using molded flight. So here's what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to take you to a screenshot. We'll take a look at those 5 players. I'll show you the exact equipment they're using. And then after that, I'll come to the dartboard. I'm going to throw a few darts and talk about why I personally use molded flights. Maybe some pros and cons, and then of course, you know how we end the video. We'll bash in a 180 with some molded flights of my own, and that's going to be it for the video. So yeah, it's going to be a good one, guys. Here we go. Okay, starting all the way up to number 2 ranked player in the world, Peter Wright, using some sort of condors. It's an all-in-one system, so it's a one-piece system, stem and flight. And I'm not 100% sure. I think they're Condor Zero Stress. You're going to have to let me know down in the comment section. And he's been using these for quite a while now. And considering that it's Peter Wright, he doesn't use much of anything for too long. But yeah, he's been using a molded flight system for quite a while now. It's working well for him. I expect to see him ranked number 1 shortly. Now, up next, we have the number 6 player in the world, Jose de Sousa. And he's using his own name brand condors. These are the Condor Axe with his name on them. I'll put a picture up on the screen somewhere there. That's what he's using. And it's working well for him. He uses a lightweight dart, and he's deadly on those 180s when he catches fire. So yeah, number 6 in the world, de Sousa, using molded flights. Now up next, this one kind of cracks me up because Dirk claims to absolutely hate the looks of these things. However, he's been using these recently. Those are the Robson molded flights. Now those push onto a normal nylon stem, so it's a 2-piece system. And number 13 in the world, Dirk van Dijvenbode, using molded flights. Now up next we have Dave Chisnell. Now check out this action. I don't know how he is this good, but he's using, it's a thicker molded flight. I believe those are Condors. Again, let me know down in the comment section, but they're a little bit thicker. And I've noticed some pretty wild deflections, but man, he groups these things tight. So yeah, number 16 in the world, Dave Chisnell, using a 1-piece stem flight system. Now I love this camera angle here. I wish they use this more often. Ryan Searle, number 17 in the world, using his L-style stem flight combo. Works really well for him. That's a tight group with 32-gram darts. But yeah, there's the top 5 players in the world using molded flight. But what do you say we head to the dartboard? I'm going to discuss some pros and cons, and then 180 time. Here we go. Okay, to wrap this video up, I want to talk about why I personally use molded flights. For those of you that have been following my channel for quite a while now, I started using a Cosmos setup back in 2015. I'm going to put a picture up on the board here. This is what I currently use. I've switched to new match darts recently. Because the barrel was a lot longer than what I was used to, I switched to a little bit larger flight. So right there, I'm using the Cosmo Carbon Stem, number 3 length. It's locked, by the way, no spinners here. And I'm using the FitFlight Pro V2s. So I was looking for something with a little more lift because of these longer barrels, and the V2s worked perfectly. So that's what I'm using right now at the moment. And it comes with a couple positives as well. Hey, look at that, good start. So the positives that I experienced, if you see, well, that second dart didn't do it. Normally my darts go in the board fairly flat. So in the past, when I was using normal nylon stems in a folding flight, I would get a ton of Robin Hoods. I mean, with a dart sticking straight out of the board, another dart coming in. Yeah, I was getting a boatload of Robin Hoods. Now, since I use the Cosmos, I haven't had a single Robin Hood since 2015. So yeah, they completely eliminate Robin Hoods. Well, I wouldn't say 100%. Every so often you'll see the rare picture where someone Robin Hoods a Cosmo or an L style, but normally they're using incredibly sharp points when that happens. So yeah, I mean, I would disregard that. It's so rare, it's not even worth talking about. If you use a molded flight system, whether it's a 1-piece or 2-piece, chances are Robin Hood out the window. You'll never get another Robin Hood. That's a huge positive. Now, the other positive is, you know, when you throw your darts, they get, you know, you get a nice tight group. One of the flights pops off and you got to try to find it. Well, that's a pain in the butt too. Not like a huge deal, but with molded flights, obviously, you know, your flights aren't going to pop off anymore. So that's kind of nice. Man, these things are going tail down. Funny enough, I haven't used my match darts in like a month or so. I've been doing so many reviews. Oh man, what a tight group. Hey, these 180s are flying good, guys. I gotta say that. So yeah, a couple positives. No more Robin Hoods. The flights won't pop off. I mean, those come off pretty hard, so they're not gonna fall off when I'm in a match or anything like that. Another positive is your flights will stay at the perfect angle, so you don't always have to keep adjusting them, squishing them, spreading them out. So the angle of your flights usually always stays pretty consistent. Man, yeah, these fly pretty good. Bullseye. 4. Now, we got to discuss a couple of the negatives. And let's say price. Price is a huge one, I think. You can pick up a set of normal nylon stems, folding flights, for less than $1. I know nylon stems at Darts Corner, like 20 cents per set. Set of flights, or yeah, set of folding flights, 40 cents. So I mean, yeah, you're looking at less than $1 for normal stems and flights, compared to, I think these Cosmo flights alone, $5, $5 US. So that's a problem. Folded or molded flights nowadays, ridiculously expensive. I've seen some Condors go for well over $10. I think there's excuse me, there's a set that I posted, I think that Chizzy uses, or Peter Wright. I think those are like $13 at Dart Shopper. I mean, it's out of control. $13 for a set of 1-piece stem flight. That's brutal. So I can give you guys a hint that will at least help a little bit with that. Let me see. Let me finish this throw. 100. So check out this picture that I'll put right up on the screen there. See the lip, and I've talked about this in so many videos. That lip on the front of your darts, the front of your barrel, that lip is what causes, I would say, 90% of the damage to your flights. So if you're considering using molded flights because they're so damn expensive, do whatever you got to do to eliminate that lip. You can use, this is kind of a temporary fix. You can use the Trident 180 nose cones. And like I said, a temporary fix. So slide those onto your point and it'll preserve your flights. It's day and night difference. Or for a more permanent fix, you can use like a Target Storm point, a Vokes Tornado point, the Winmore Free Flow. I think Red Dragon has Trident points with that nose cone, metal nose cone built in. So do whatever you have to do to eliminate the lip on the front of your barrels, and your flights will last months and months and months, which I would 10 recommend, especially considering the cost of those things. So I mean, I think that's the major number one drawback with molded flights is cost. I mean, who wants to pay that much for a consumable item, guys? And keep in mind, no matter how good the stems and flights are, they're going to break, they're going to wear out, and they're meant to be consumables. So that, I think that's a huge negative in my opinion. You know, if you're a professional player, you're getting sponsored, people are sending you stuff, who cares, right? Oh, these darts are flying pretty good. So yeah, I think that's it. Did I cover all the bases? I think I did. A couple, 2 or 3 positives. There's probably more. A couple negatives there. The price being the big one. There was another negative. Let me see. Price. Oh, you know what it is? I mean, obviously I use smaller flights, right? However, if you're using a standard size molded flight, they do have a tendency to crack from the bottom. So when there's contact, when the incoming dart hits the flight or hits the dart already in the board, these molded flights have a tendency, they can split from the bottom, which, I mean, that's a pain in the butt. There's really no way to prevent that. Some of the molded flights nowadays, they do have the reinforced edge. So yeah, there's a couple negatives. If you can get past the price, again, try to preserve your flights with a Trident 180 nose cone or a specialty point, and that should be good to go. But I've rambled on long enough, guys. Let's hit this 180, call it a day. Here we go. Boom! Pro player trends, molded flights. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, thumbs up, always appreciated. Down in the comment section, let me know if you use molded flights, if you're considering using them. And yeah, let me know what style you use or what you're eyeballing. And until next time, guys, we will see you on the next video. Later. One more benefit, if you're using the all-in-one flight stem system, you can rage pull them out of the board if you miss, just like this.